ponen mensajes de Dios. Si hubiera sido algo diferente.
Yo, brothers and sisters,
females and fellas.
Females and fellas, we're here for episode 20, baby.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
20.
I say that's it. Like this is like the finale.
That's it. Bye.
That's it. Bye. This is where we say goodbye. We've got a slightly darker episode of the podcast, not in tone, but in light. As you can see, we're just trying some stuff out. So if it looks like crap, whatever, we learn.
It doesn't.
Next week it'll look not like crap. Next week it'll actually look a lot Christmassier down here. When we record, not when you see it.
Yeah.
But because we're getting ready to do all the holiday stuff on the channel. But before we get started, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. Well, actually, I'm not gonna make you like. That's gonna be on you. But you should subscribe 100% if you like.
We just reached 200.
We did, and that was a huge milestone for us. 200.
Mm-hmm.
It took us like 3 years to get to 100 when we first started doing YouTube back in like 2014. Like on and off.
Uh-huh.
And lo and behold, when you actually stick to it and you put stuff out on a weekly basis for like 4 or 5 months, you see results. So I'm very happy about that. So thank you to everybody who subscribed, got us to that number.
Oh yeah.
And we're still on the road to 500, baby. So let's keep
almost
on
halfway
trucking.
there.
Yeah, word.
Soon we'll be living on a prayer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just dropping in some casual Bon Jovi.
John Bovi.
John Bovi. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
John Bovi?
Yeah.
Yes, Bon John Bovi. That's why enemies are 5.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and drop a subscribe and get ready for a good show because we're here for episode 20 of the Joystick Show. Dylan, my man, what have you been up to, buddy?
Oh, nothing. Last week of classes. So
nice.
Yeah, so finals are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes out to all the professors that are watching. They're not. Right, my professors are definitely not watching my podcast.
I don't know if your professors are one of our 12.
Okay, but I told my economics professor that on week 1 of my discussion board that one of my hobbies was podcasting, which by the way isn't a word apparently, but it is.
Whatever.
It's a word. But so this goes out to all the professors. I'm definitely looking up the answers. I'm looking at the answers to every single question. There's
never been an easier time to do it. You know what I mean?
And it's like, oh, by the way, you have a whole, like they even say, it's like you have a designated time, right? Like an hour or 2 hours, but it's like you can log in any day and take it. And it's just kind of like, okay,
that's awesome.
I'll do that. And I just have all the,
it's awesome you could do that. I'm not saying it's
morally
awesome, but I'd probably do the same thing if I was in school.
And it's not like I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna give an attempt to every answer. But if they're like you can't move forward after you change it, I'm gonna be like, not you copy and paste,
Sly dog you.
Oh, not even. That's how it is now. Even if it's a short answer type thing, it's like I'm gonna look up.
It's like when you were in school and the teacher was like, "We're doing an open book test." I always never got that. I was just always like, "What the fuck? Like sick? Like what's the point?" I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but
it makes sense if it's like if it's an English test or something like that, or like you're writing
references.
Yeah, because that makes perfect sense.
I guess
you're using another reference, but if it's like multiple choice history and you have the history textbook, Egypt. He's going to fucking Egypt. It's like that doesn't make you right. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I never got that. Again, never complain. That was a sick A for me, but yeah.
And so that makes studying hard too, because it's like I'm not gonna study. I'll read over like what I have for the class, but I don't have notes. I can't study my notes. Yeah. So now I'm just fucking. It's like they kind of want you to look up the answer.
Yeah, right. It's weird, man. It's a confusing time.
Yeah, and I even feel weird for like someone like you or Joey, where it's like you work in a school, like for a school. So
no, it's funny you say that because that's literally what I was thinking. Like I had a situation this week where I taught a class. I don't want to get too specific into it, but we switched kind of like semesters, so the schedule's a little different, and we have some new kids, and we lost some kids or whatever. But that's just typical. That's, even if we weren't in the pandemic times, that's just how it is. It happens all the time. But I have like new students who are just like it's not that it's a bad thing, but like their energy levels are crazy, and it's just like they don't know how to focus or they just don't want to focus. So it's like, damn, like online teaching was already hard before.
Now you're just like,
now it's like, how do I fucking get these kids to focus?
So what? They're just doing other shit, or like?
Well, the thing is like, I don't know. They're not supposed to have like their cameras off technically, but it's also not like we super enforce it.
So yeah.
But like at one point we had to be like, everybody just turn your fucking cameras on essentially, and all the kids were like, okay, fine, like, you know what I mean? Because we know, like, the thing is I teach after school. It'd be a lot different if I taught grade school or I taught any type of, I don't want to say actual school, but if I was teaching, you know, like day school,
you know,
like,
day
know
school,
I mean?
a class
where it's what's the word? It's necessary, you know what I mean? But because it's an after school program, I get it. You know, I have to think of what the kids are thinking like too. You know, they're home. You know, they're not in school technically. They probably just don't want to log on straight to another class. So that's important for us to try to keep it fun too for them, so it doesn't feel like a class. But as soon as they start to, you know, see something that looks a little too hard, they immediately check out. It's like, I had a kid who like joined and he's like, I can't wait. We're gonna make this and that. I love making movies, da da da. And then as soon as I opened like the editing software and he like saw how like intimidating it can be at first, he was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
I mean,
yeah,
for sure,
like, bro, just like, it's so. Like, it's not easy, but I do this. Like, I'm going to walk it through you. I'm the teacher. It's not like I'm going to just drop this shit on you and be
very
like,
correct,
out,
but
bro.
Also I definitely see where they're coming from.
But I have to, too.
You're like, after school, that's like someone whipping out Ableton, like a music software,
it's
and
a
being
big thing.
And being like, okay, so VSTs, and you're just like, okay,
and again, I hate to bring it up again. That was just something that was difficult already pre-pandemic. You know, it's just part of it. And now the kids are at home.
Yeah, and now it's just like oh, fuck this. I'm not doing that. I mean, even in my class, as soon as the professor said you don't need your camera on, literally didn't see a single person's face for the rest of the semester. Even my class, which like 20% of the grade is class participation, and another 20% is like homework or whatever, and not like I'm the only one with my camera on. I feel like I'm just having a one-on-one date with my professor.
It's so cute.
Oh yeah, and then one guy turns his camera on for like a minute. He's in his car. Like every week he's in a different vehicle. It's like one year he was on the bus, he was on the train, he was in a truck. We
have people like that too.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get that you have shit to do, but it's the same time every single week.
We have because I'm technically a teacher's assistant too, because I don't teach all the time. But we have some TAs who are like, I don't want to say that it's like a choice, but they have other jobs. Obviously, they picked it up because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
but they will still join in the call, and I'm not saying that it's bad. Like, they're still very engaging with the kids, but they're like doing their other job, and it's like, it's so weird to me because like I'm at a desk or whatever, but they're just like hustling it out.
And there's people
like,
in public, and so like they have the mask on in the class, and now it's like, what the fuck is she? But it's like, oh, she's in a cafeteria, you know, or she's at a Popeyes, you know, in class.
Online learning, man.
It's so great because then you see all these commercials that are about online learning, and they're like, you need books, but you don't need a backpack, and it's like, it's so weird. Every backpack company's like. But
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and then like you see like in the ads, like there's so many, like I saw 3 commercials that referenced the idea of having your underwear be seen in a webcam for work or school.
What?
And that being like, because people join and it's only torso and neck and face.
Yeah.
But then the webcam falls and they see you have no pants on.
Like they're doing the joke.
Yeah. Or like
I thought you were telling me there's like a company jumping on this opportunity where they're
pants?
like, we need to make underwear that looks like pants. You know?
No. But yeah, and I just kept seeing like that as like a selling point, and I'm like, interesting. Like they're really trying to keep selling these things or whatever.
Because I mean, you know, they're not wrong. I'm not to say when I'm teaching online that I'm not wearing pants, but it's like,
I don't fucking wear pants.
But it's like, you know, I'm wearing sweats. And
I don't wear pants. Socks. They're selling to me.
Of course. I mean, you have to remember, I'm on a Zoom call with children. I can't just be in my briefs, my boxer briefs. Like, what's up, kids?
I mean, obviously,
like I'm wearing,
but it's
but even like then when I'm at work, like at work, I always wear like jeans, shoes and shit like that. Now I just fucking throw on any shirt that I have that's clean and my sweatpants, and I'm like, what's up? Let's get to it.
Literally the same exact shirt.
Yeah.
But like I remember, I would just like you know, just how close I am to the desk. All you can see in the webcam is like this, so I don't. Whatever.
Nice.
I can wear whatever I want.
Yeah, it's fire. You don't even have to be on the camera, supposedly. None of your other fucking colleagues do it.
No.
I always meant to ask you. I know this is such a fucking thing, like not even a segue. What do you? Is that water? That's just regular water.
Yeah.
So why do you buy that brand of water?
I don't.
I always see you with that. Is it just a bottle?
Oh, I grab whatever the biggest bottle is. So I would have like a nice bottle or like a really a thick plastic one or some type of thermos, and I fucking lose it all the time. I leave it on the bus. I just misplace it in my house.
Nice.
It gets dirty, and then I don't have one. So I just grab.
Buy the biggest plastic.
I buy the biggest fucking plastic one.
You're the problem with you're killing the earth, though.
Yeah. Because I'm using the same fucking bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm using this one, and I use the one of the giant Poland Spring one, and it's like kind of like shaped like this.
So you're telling me every time I see you with that bottle, it's the same bottle?
This one, I mean, the last 2 times probably, yeah. But
because I don't know, you always come here with like the most interesting drink, so I'm like, is that like a seltzer or some shit? But
yeah, because like that was like a gimmick for like 12 weeks.
Oh, bro, every single fucking
where
time
I would just
showed up.
Yeah, and it was mad because the first few weeks I put it here, and I know don't put it here, but every week I would just come in and I'm like, okay, I found a Fresca. Like, I would find like the weirdest fucking drink and be like, all right, last week I used Diet Coke, and in my fridge I see a Diet Coke and I see a Coke Zero Sugar, and I'm like, I'm gonna grab that one. Not that I'm planning it, but I was like, oh, sick.
Nice. I was just right before we got down here to film the podcast, I was binging the metagame documentary. Oh my lord, it's so good. To bring people up to speed, and I promise I'm not going to talk about it for 10 minutes, but imagine, and I end up talking about it for 10 minutes. Yeah. Love Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest passions, and I really want to find time to have an episode where like we can have Jerry here and like actually discuss it, because that's something that Jerry and I easily are
gamer pants
for sure. Just for that one episode, and just get my gunners on and really get into the conversation.
This whole thing will be like themed.
Oh, for sure.
I'll bring all of my freaking Mario shit.
I'll wear like the geekiest video game shirt I have from when I was like in 8th grade. I probably have some like Keyblade shirt or something I could wear.
I have some fucking fire. I have like it's on like Donkey Kong shirt. I've definitely worn that here.
My grandma still buys me shirts like that. And
it's great.
Perfect sleep shirts. You know what I mean? Those
sleep
get
or
worn in the house.
Or I'm going to the gym.
Going to the bodega real quick, and I'm coming back. And,
no, you go to the gym, bro. You get sweated out.
And then it's on like Donkey Kong.
Or even it's like, oh damn, this guy's coming from somewhere. He's really working to make his life better.
No, I love Super Smash Brothers Melee. It's my favorite of all the Smash games. Probably easily my favorite game of all time. Put so many hours into it, and I'm still not even like a professional. That's just how deep that game goes. But I won't even begin to go into like the state that game is in terms of like the climate with Nintendo's legal shit and all the stuff that Nintendo's pulling, because of their rights and stuff. But just to talk solely about the documentary, Metagame is a new documentary that chronicles the Melee era from like 2008 to like 2014-15, which is like the era of the Five Gods, which is like a really popular era in that game. And I would really just suggest anybody who's like, it's funny enough, like, it gives off eerily similar vibes to the Queen's Gambit, even though it's a narrative-based show. But it talks heavily about the metagame, you know what I mean? Just like a lot of, because you see a game like Smash Bros and you just see Mario fighting Yoshi and like you're like all crazy, but in Melee specifically, because you're friends with us, but there's so many intricate shit that goes into that game in terms of approaches and options and punishes and all this crazy stuff. It goes so deep.
It's fucking every esport in general, when people say like, oh, it's not an actual sport, but then once you look into it and you learn about it, it is.
And I would argue that out of all of them, like Melee is like a really popular one, just because it's like, a lot of the esports they're team based, you get a team that's like Counter-Strike team of 5, whatever, Overwatch team of 6, but Melee and other fighting games, it's just one person and they're just fighting for the glory.
And not only is that good for like ego and building someone up, but it's also good in terms of like following it. It's all tournaments.
Yeah, it reminds me of kind of like of wrestling.
Yeah, or boxing.
Enough. But it's like, I don't want to say real, but what I mean? It's
definitely kind of, I would say like big ticket things.
Yeah,
like boxing or anything like that. It would definitely be similar.
But I only bring it up because the creator of Metagame, which is the new documentary that premiered today, December 11th, created the original Smash documentary, The Smash Brothers, which came out 6 years ago.
Which I get recommended all the time, and I watched it, and it's incredible.
Because Jerry and I and like the rest of all the Melee fans have been waiting for this documentary for like 6 years. Came out today, and it did not fucking disappoint. Oh, for sure. And it's an 8-part miniseries, and they're releasing like 3 episodes at a time, and then Sunday's 2 episodes. So I saw 1 to 3, and then tomorrow it's like a live thing, and then after all of them are up, I think they're gonna put them on YouTube. So
that's sick.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So I'd recommend it. By the time you watch this, I'm sure it'll be up on YouTube, and even if it's not, somebody will have uploaded it somewhere. If you're a fan of competition, if you're like, it doesn't even matter what the fucking sport is, you'll get a kick out of that. It's really cool to watch.
And I'm definitely gonna watch it too, just knowing, like, I remember when you guys were really into it, I was annoyed after a while, and I was like, the fuck are they talking about, right?
Yeah.
So then I went home, and it was just like 3 days I watched like mad old Melee stuff, and I'm just on the wiki just pressing right and just going through from like 07 or 08 to like 2012 and I'm reading all the tournaments, all the results,
it's
and
so
then
weird.
there's like there's like match fixing, there's all these different things going on
for an esports game.
Yeah,
it has a lot of fucking history.
and then it's like, and then this rival, he beat him 4 times in a row, he never beat him.
They don't like each other. He flew from here to here to beat this. It's crazy. Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. I was gonna say one last thing about it. Let me see if it jumps back into my head. I was just gonna say that the production on it, like in comparison from the first one, is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like he got a graphic artist to come in and do like incredible, insane motion graphic work on it.
Nice.
I think he has like a set musician who came in to make a score for this shit. So it's just uppity. It's
awesome.
Incredible. And a lot of people are actually fighting to put it on Netflix and Hulu or something like that. So if we're lucky, you could even catch it on a nice little local streaming service.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Netflix. Everything's Netflix.
So, Dill, you want to talk about some ideas we have for a future potential podcast? Not even potential, it's happening.
Yeah, for sure. We're still working out the kinks a little bit. Mm-hmm. But to end the year off, we're going to be doing a trivia show.
Not just a trivia show. Throw up the graphic. I probably should put some actual air horns.
It's like a little tiny graphic.
Yeah, right.
It's like a tiny thing.
Yeah. So let me pull up the fucking calendar.
Okay.
We are doing the 2020. Sorry, I already fucked up the thing.
Yeah.
We are doing the Team Joystick 2020 trivia tournament.
Oh yeah, tournament. So me versus Bobby.
Yep. It should be hype. We are both lovers of
Uno.
What?
Uno. one and one. I didn't want to say mano a mano. That's so dumb.
So you said Uno y Uno.
Yeah.
It's way better. Yeah, so
definitely is.
If all things work out, that episode will come out the 30th, which is the last podcast of the year, which is what we were alluding to last episode of what we had something special planned for the final show of the year. And it's going to be a little head-to-head showdown. You and me love our trivia. We have I think we've mentioned it on the podcast before about our little moment when we were both watching the Game Show Network at the same time.
Yeah, and we were both watching Match Game.
So, we just both lovers of that format. We do a lot of segment-based stuff on the show that requires a lot of research and things like that. And I don't know if you've noticed, me and Dylan kind of like to teach each other shit like all the time.
Yeah, learning and all that.
So keep an open eye out, because December 30th, Dylan and I are gonna fucking duke it out.
Yeah,
and there will only be one winner.
And to look for inspiration, I think we're also really looking at game shows in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's where I guess that's where trivia is flexed, right? Like that's the.
I want to be very clear here.
Yeah.
I take this show very surprisingly seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
The amount of trivia game shows that I have watched in the past 5 days, Dylan.
Yes.
I know so much shit, bro. And this isn't practice. This is just like you said, we're figuring out format stuff.
I feel bad because
like
not to cut you off, but I feel bad because I've been watching like other game shows like
that aren't trivia.
Yeah, that have nothing to do with trivia.
Watching like Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. We'll get into it when we talk.
Price is Right.
Yeah, chain reaction. Like I'm getting into all
chain
that.
reaction.
We'll get into that.
We're
later.
about to get into a game show conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I've watched like.
What have you been watching?
I've been, like I said, I've been trying to focus mainly on trivia-based game shows.
Yeah, and production too, of course, because we're making it. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So watching Jeopardy. That one was more sentimental because if you haven't noticed, we love Alex Trebek, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And been watching a lot of him. It's weird. Just like, I don't know. I don't want to get into like like an emotional tangent or whatever like that. But all I'm trying to say is like it's weird hearing his voice now and knowing he's not around anymore.
Oh yeah,
you know
I mean, yeah, for sure.
It's strange.
Just as like a recency thing.
Yeah, that's honestly probably what it is. He said it pretty damn clearly there.
Oh yeah.
But I've been watching a shit ton of Jeopardy. Been watching a lot of not Whose Line Is It anyway. Although I have been watching a lot of that. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Which is in another sense. Rest in peace, Regis Philbin.
Oh my god.
Also kind of crazy. But
iconic,
to be fair, I wasn't watching the Regis Philbin episodes. I was watching some Meredith Vieira stuff. Love the Vieira. She was great on that show.
Oh, she was actually really good.
Oh, I love Meredith Vieira on that show. I watched The Chase. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
With the big guy?
Yeah,
I love
I've
that
seen
one.
that one.
That one's good.
You watch any of The Weakest Link?
Oh, dude, I didn't, but I had it on the list, bro. Yo, that chick is brutal.
Oh, that is like the meanest fucking. It's like if she feels like a cooking show host, you know, like one of those guys, Gordon Ramsay or Alton Brown.
But she's just like
she's just fucking ruthless.
She's just like an evil librarian. You know what I mean?
And she's just like. Like she's about to do some shit.
Like she's the type of woman that'll kick you out of an establishment she doesn't even work at.
Yeah,
and you'll successfully leave that venue.
Yeah.
You know?
You have to leave, and you're like, all right, I have to leave now.
What's her name? Now I want to know more about this.
Pull up Weakest Link lady. Goodbye.
Because there was a guy too.
And I don't think it was on for long, right? At least it wasn't in America. It wasn't on for long.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a British show for a while.
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
Okay, because I remember it was like so iconic. Make sure to click on Wikipedia.
This is a British game show though. I don't want to.
I mean, it'll
probably be both.
Yeah, related
right?
shows, American game. Yeah, it'll be on there.
This article is about the original UK version for the international franchise. See Weakest Link. Thank you. But then it's gonna is this shit syndicated in like every country?
I mean, it's probably
U.S., French, Dutch, and then I'm assuming just the regular UK version.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a 2020 reboot.
I know what we're watching. I know where we're watching.
Unlike the original version, the prize money available increases after each round. When was this made? Are you kidding me?
This
is like it was the US version. 2020.
Guys, we're actually canceling the podcast right now.
Watch Weakest Link.
Watch Weakest Link 2020.
Yo, this was a thing. Jane Lynch was. Oh, she was the host. Jane Lynch was the host. This was in September. This happened like recently, and we didn't talk about it.
I didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it either.
Let's go.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
No, let's actually fucking answer the question though. Weakest Link mean lady host? I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds like a decent Google search.
Mean lady.
And there she is, Anne Robinson. Yeah, she was mean. Yeah, she ran the U.S. version and the UK version.
Damn, she was flying around. Or did they just film it all in one location?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I know some shows that do that actually.
Yeah, if you imagine that though, taking a flight every week and all you have to do is just fucking.
Real quick, I want to get back to the game show discussion, but
Yeah.
on a tangent of Googling things. You know what really grinds my gears, Dylan?
What?
Whenever I'm doing like, and I'm really
You
not
look so frustrated.
It frustrates the shit out of me because
Yeah.
it happened like 6 times this week with
All
different people too.
Okay.
It's just like I'm doing something with somebody, and by doing something, to be more specifically, like a task, like something that has to be completed, not necessarily like I don't know, examples, building furniture,
Yeah.
cleaning something, just something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then a question pops up. Any question. It could be like, how do you do that? How do you do this? What should we do? I Google it, get the answer, and then they're like, oh, how'd you do that? And I'm just like, I Googled it. Like, and this isn't like old people, Dylan. These are like people our age who I see on their phones 24/7, and they're like, you could do that? And I'm like, bro, just Google it. Like, that's what it's there for. You can learn anything.
I Google so many things.
Like, I was exaggerating before, but in the past 2 to 3 weeks, I've had 4 to 5 conversations with like maybe 3 or 4 different people that has resulted in that exact ending where they're like, I didn't know you could just search that. And I was like,
what do you mean?
It's a search engine.
It's
like, it's what it's there for.
That's literally what you use it for. Like, I remember there was this meme going around during the Super Bowl of like what women do on their phones, and it was just the Google search bar history of like what's a touchdown, what's the and then like researching.
But the thing is like I do that for
you should do that.
Just be what's funny,
that's how you become a smarter person.
I had a doctor who told me once I was like complaining about neck pain or whatever, but I didn't tell him specifically about anything that I did, and this was for the seizures. This wasn't even for like a chiropractor or anything. And he was just like, he just went off on a tangent where he's like, this generation these days of kids, they want to learn something and they just pull out their phone and they look straight down and it's there. Like, he was mad that he couldn't do that before, and I was like, are you blaming my neck pain on like learning stuff? I was like,
what? How did this happen?
Yeah,
like, how did you go on this tangent? Is your doctor mentally okay?
I don't know.
He's just fucking, I made fucking kids.
It was like one of those situations where I was like, oh, and
out.
I have neck pain, and then he just went on that tangent,
Yeah,
and I was
so
like, okay,
weird.
well, sorry about the youth. But yeah, I was just like, you can't Google something.
Yeah, because it's like, I feel like old people, it's more like other
it's
than
understandable
Google.
too.
Yeah, like it's like my dad doesn't want to use the GPS. Okay, I get it. Whatever. But like, you could use it.
You should use it.
Yeah. But same thing with Google, and it's like you didn't. Like,
what was the other thing? You know how like when you Google certain things, like a person's age or like weather or something like that, how Google will give you like a specific answer with like a layout.
Yeah. The auto.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, the fill.
I did that once, and it gave me like a super specific answer with like analytics and all this shit. And the person that was next to me was like blown away. They were like, you can just search that on Google and gives you the answer.
The
and
thing about Google too is that
yeah.
you can, like, at this point with the top thing, like what you're saying, that's what your Google Home says. When your Google Home gives you the answer to a question, it gives you what that is.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
Yeah. So you could even, not even looking it up, do that in front of someone and probably blow their fucking mind.
Yeah, it's like when you fucking ask Google for a celebrity and it just tells you like the first 3 lines of their wiki, and it's just like, this person was born here. It tells you nothing really about the celebrity other than like where they're born and how old they are.
So funny. But back to games.
But Weakest Link, yeah. And I was watching another trivia show too that we talk about frequently too, and I'm blanking now. Fucking
I don't know. Like I said, I was watching a bunch of non-trivia stuff.
But go ahead. You'll jog my memory probably.
Yeah. So I was watching just a bunch of. Did you watch any Family Feud?
I didn't watch Family Feud. I played it at a game night a week ago, and I was the host, and I fucking killed it, bro.
Okay,
I got mad compliments where people were like, "Yo, you're not for nothing. You could do this like for a living."
Oh, for sure.
And I took the compliments real cool. I was like, "Oh, thank you." But in the back of my head, I was just like, "I've been watching game shows since I was 5 years old. Thank you very much." I was that fucking kid.
I thought you were scheming. No, yeah, me too. I always watched.
No, I'm that fucking nerd. That I still remember the first Wheel of Fortune question I ever got right. It's just weird shit you remember. It was Golden State.
Nice. I remember I got one with no I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but I got the one with no letters.
No letters.
Oh yeah.
You'll
remember that forever
you're
too.
A genius, my man.
Oh yeah. But I was watching Chain Reaction. Great show.
What was the other one we used to watch? Well, I didn't. It was the other word one that
Lingo?
came. Lingo. That's it.
Lingo.
Yeah.
I remember Lingo. That was a weird one too. That one had trivia though.
Was that the one with the balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember the one that the Carlton hosted?
I liked that one.
Catch 21?
Catch 21,
Yeah.
the blackjack one.
Yeah.
And that was trivia one too.
Oh, that was a very
That was
good
a great
trivia.
show.
That was a very good trivia
My
show.
man Alfonso Ribeiro killed that shit.
Yeah, he made a lot of jokes too.
And I think he's actually funny.
Oh yeah,
He's actually fucking that meme where he's like laughing in threes, where they're always like when your boss tells a joke and you're trying to get a bonus, and it's like him crying loud. It's one of my favorite things to use. Like whenever somebody tells a stupid joke, I just post that picture.
It's so iconic.
Oh man, this is really gonna fucking kill me.
Can I just say this candle smells really fucking good?
The one that we found.
Yeah.
I was gonna call Dylan earlier because I had first of all, I don't know what happened to like the main candle. It's called Denim, the blue one that we were using.
I feel like I've seen it in a photo recently. You know what I mean?
Weird.
Like
I sent you or something.
You sent me a photo a day or two ago and it was in the photo. So it's somewhere to be found.
I'm gonna start sleuthing after this. But I had to go through our reserve candles, and I was about to call Dylan and be like, bro, they have like lavender and smoke eater and all this shit. And then I found tobacco leaf, and I thought it was going to smell like tobacco, and it smells amazing.
It smells really fucking good.
Yeah, it's weird. Kind of like you were saying before, like a dismarket. It's probably not a word, but whatever.
Huh? What?
You were saying the fucking thing about the cannabis candle and how it was bad marketing because
yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's supposed to get rid of the tobacco smell. Maybe that is true.
I doubt it. Why would they call it tobacco leaf? They would call it anti-tobacco.
I mean,
leaf
neither did the cannabis incense that was called cannabis.
They do that all the time, though. Did I ever tell you the fucking story about when I was a kid in the incense store with my dad?
No.
It wasn't even an incense store. You know how people just sell incense anywhere?
Oh, all the time. Like I remember I was at a flower shop and that's where I bought it.
I've seen it in like 99-cent stores. I've seen it on the train everywhere.
Those train people with incense, bro. bringing me back.
No, are you making fun of me?
No, I was just saying that like that's
no, because it's like a real thing.
It's an iconic memory of me buying incense on the train.
I've done that too. Yeah. No, but I was a kid and I was with my dad in a store, and I don't know if my mom was there, but I was definitely with my dad. And apparently I was like, and one thing my parents always like to talk about is apparently I've been able to read like pretty well since I was really young. Mm-hmm. So I was really little, like maybe 3-4 years old in the store. And I was reading the names of the incense to my dad. Mm-hmm. And I was like, lavender. And my dad was like, that's good. Da, 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 da. And then my dad like looked away for something.
And you're just like, patchouli or whatever.
You know, I'm just like reading them. And then I find one. And apparently I pull it out and I look at my dad. And I'm like, Dad, what's black pussy? Because that was the name of that incense. And then my dad was like immediately embarrassed, and he was like, "No, Bobby, put that back." And he was like, "But I'm an asshole." So apparently, as a kid, I kind of put one and one together that I wasn't supposed to say that. Yeah, so I was just saying black pussy. And apparently, there were like 2 black girls in the store who were like crying, laughing, like they thought it was hilarious. And meanwhile, my dad is just like trying to fucking grab my wrist and pull me out of the store.
Stop fucking saying it. I forgot it. There was definitely those times where you find a word and you'd be like, I don't know what that means.
But I'm gonna say
it's not good.
Man.
Yeah, no, I definitely had bought some incense that are just called like, fake money.
Yeah,
or
they
something.
Have the
and you're like, what the fuck does that even mean?
And they're always sexual too. There's always like at least 3 sexual ones.
Yeah. There was one. Yeah. They're like love or something. Like they always have like those weird
They have
names.
like sex somewhere. It's always like sex in a forest or something. And it's like, what the fuck does that smell like? You know what I mean?
It's like sex in Fez, Morocco. Like, damn, you got specific.
It just smells like pine cones and determination.
And they all smell the same. I bought a 12-pack. It's 12 different scents, but they sit in the pack for months. They all kind of just smell the same.
Yeah. The one you lit when we were at your house was vibey. I like that one.
Yeah.
I'm not an incense guy though.
No.
I don't know what it is. I always told myself if I was gonna do incense, I was gonna get like
do incense.
No, but like if I was gonna use incense, I would get like one of those cool like little fucking. You ever seen like the ones you buy like the pods and you put them in and then it makes like a mist lake or some shit like that. I'd always get something like that because I don't like just lighting the stick and then just like leaving it somewhere.
Yeah,
my dad does that.
it's annoying because it's just like the stick will fall or like.
I'll stick to my candles.
Yeah.
Before I burn myself again, like in the Halloween episode.
So fucking great.
Still one of my favorite fucking moments. The backside of my brain is still being eaten away by this trivia show that I've been watching that I can't remember. I kid you not.
I know it will help jog your memory. If you pull up on Wikipedia, most iconic, and we do it by like decade maybe, and then maybe that'll jog your memory. Have it been all recent ones?
Yeah, not recent, but not like they were made before me. Like ones I grew up watching. Man, just 2 game shows. First of all, is Minute to Win It a game show? Is it a game? It's a game show, right?
What is that?
You never watch Minute to Win It? Well, Guy Fieri, where the people.
Yeah, that's a game show. Game show. I mean, even like some of the cooking shows are game shows.
I would argue. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, they're reality.
They're reality shows. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. But
most popular.
Have you ever seen the show, like the original show called Chase? It was a game show on A&E, and it was like they would hide money somewhere, and it would be like a 6-part course, and like everyone was fighting to get this case of money. It was one of like the sickest shows on TV, and then they got rid, and it was never seen again, and I can't find it on any platform.
Oh, I typed game shows. I probably should have been specific with trivia because the first one came out was Wipeout. Definitely not a trivia show. Yeah.
I mean that's like, I mean that would be like Ninja Warrior type.
How could I forget? How could I fucking forget? You wear the sweater, Dylan. That's why.
Cash Cab.
That's why it was biting me in the fucking back of my brain.
You were watching Cash Cab.
Watching our boy. Fucking.
There's over 300,000 taxis in New York City. only one.
Yeah, I was watching Cash Cab.
Fucking fire, yeah, that's a good one. That's one I didn't watch a lot, but it was always on. It was just like, it's on again.
I used to watch Cash Cab all the fucking time, dude. Red Light Challenge, I was so good at those two. That was my jam. And now I'm just going through game shows. Pyramid.
Pull it up on the screen.
It's just funny because all the first ones, like I'll go back through them, they're all old. Like, look, it's like.
Have you seen any of like all of the new pyramids though? They're like really like It's also funny how like the pyramid was always back in the day. It was like the $25,000 pyramid,
yeah.
And then they just kept raising the
remote control.
Silent Library, a game show.
Pyramid, yeah, I think it's a game show. If Minute to Win It and Dog Eat Dog are game shows, than Silent Library's a game show.
Yeah. So are these all trivia or no?
I don't know. I think it's his game show.
Yeah.
Name that tune, the dating game.
These are not trivia.
Password, Jokers, Wild Card Sharks, Double Dare, the littest game show of all time. I was literally about to. I was gonna ask if you ever grew up watching the Nickelodeon game shows.
Oh, I watched Guts and
let's go to Mo with the scores.
Yeah, I definitely watched those. Press Your Luck is good.
Millionaire. You better hear the Hollywood Squares. I remember.
Should we try to do like a Double Dare down here?
Like physical challenges and everything, right?
Yeah. We run around in a circle.
Oh, dude, 100%.
The slime. We drop it from your like.
Episode 100, guys. Yeah. Stick around. Got 80 more to go. Let's make a deal.
Did you ever watch like old Family Feud? By the way.
How old are we talking?
Like 70s.
Yeah. Not frequently.
Okay. Because there was the guy who was the host. I forget his name.
Yeah,
Richard Dawson. There
Dawson,
he is.
Yep.
Richard Dawson. That motherfucker kissed everybody.
Every woman on the
like he would pull the shit where he would go up to the woman and he would go up to the man, be like, "Hello, how you doing? And this is your beautiful wife."
Just practically like stick his tongue down her throat.
That's like an urban legend that's why he got fired. Is because he gave her herpes. That's like an urban legend.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that's why he left. But I think it was his contract was up.
Oh man, that's another thing we could low-key get into, like all those
herpes.
Yeah, Dylan, we could low-key get into some herpes.
Okay. No,
I was gonna say we could low-key get into whatchamacallit, all of those crazy like game show controversies that happen where people cheat and all that crazy shit that happens, because there's some nuts stuff.
Oh yeah, like the Press Your Luck guy.
Press Your Luck guy is a big one. That whole story is crazy. Yeah.
The Price is Right guy who watched every episode or whatever and knew the fucking price or whatever.
There's even like the controversy with the models and shit like that, about how supposedly they were like probably assaulted, but also just like abused, both verbally and emotionally and shit like that.
I remember there was one with Deal or No Deal. This is back to like the thing where it's
where the banker wasn't real.
Wait, what? The banker's not real?
No, he's real.
Okay,
I was just cutting you off.
Wait, what's next? You tell me Santa's not real? No, but like there was like a thing where it was like they thought like one of like the women were like blinking to tell them like don't pick this one or whatever. But
have you ever seen the one like that with Millionaire with the coughing?
Oh my god,
it's so fucking blatant, bro.
Like at least with like the Houston Astros thing, which you know about, where the Astros cheated and they hit the garbage can. That took months of an investigative work. No one noticed the coughing dude.
Oh, dude, it was funny because he was playing the fucking Millionaire game and his wife is in the audience.
Coughing.
And when the person read the answers and they were just like, A, this, B, this, C, this, D, that. And then you just hear in the back, like she would cough after whatever the right answer was.
I would have loved to ruin that girl's day. Like if you noticed it, like you're just like the smart ass dude in the crowd and you're like,
I don't know about that. Yeah.
You're just like on every answer, A.
And just start fucking the guy up. Like,
yeah. Or you add a second one on D. He's like,
could you read the answers out loud again, please? And then the host coughs and he's like, fuck.
It's like that's always like the worst feeling, but you deserve every bit of it, right? Like when you even if you do it like legally or you do it like morally okay, you're still cheating.
You're cheating.
Yeah, it's like even if you're like back in the day, everyone said they didn't screen look, but everyone fucking screen looked. I have no idea. It's been 2 minutes. I have no idea where you are on the map. I'm gonna look at your screen to see where you are.
Yep.
Every single time. And even then, like cheating where you'd be like taking a test and like the teacher has 2 sections. You go to the first section and get the answers from them. I did that all the time.
I don't know.
Okay. Like
it's probably a public school thing.
Yeah. No, I mean I did it in Malloy too, where I'd be like, let's just say Mr. Blah 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 has 3 sections of history.
What do you mean sections?
Like classes.
Classes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And you go to the people who had class in 8 and been like, hey, what were the answers for that test? And then they fucking pulled out their hand or like the back of their neck or something.
That happened to me not on purpose, and it was fucking amazing.
Oh, okay.
I missed like a week of school because I was sick, and then I came back, and I remember Miss Grennan.
Yeah.
She made me take like a religion test that I had to make up, and then she sent me, I don't remember her name, but she sent me to the sister who taught next door.
And it was religion.
And it was religion, the exact same class. She was teaching every single thing that was on the test. And I was just like...
That's happened to me before.
Like, I couldn't even make it up. Like, I'm going down the questions. Like, obviously, I'm sure the curriculum is all very similar. But I'm going down the test, and I get to, like, question 3, and she literally says the answer at her mouth. And I was like, cool. I just fucking jotted down. Just in the back, taking it in. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Thanks. Going back to the class.
Amazing. So you
fucking worked out for me.
You finished that in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Not too fucking shabby.
Yeah.
What were your jams on the Nick Gas Network, Nickelodeon Games and Shows?
I mean, my favorite was Guts.
Yeah,
for sure.
I could see that because you're like the sports guy.
It was just like even like the like and it was like the aggro crag. It was like at the end you wanted to wait for the ending because we found out
those kids don't get to go home with that piece of the aggro crag. So fucking fake. That actually hurt me low key as a kid because that's so sick.
That's so sick. You like you're in your 20s and you're like it's just in your house.
And even then,
and it's like, steaming. You buy a smoke machine.
What do those kids get if they don't get the aggro crack? They just get to go fucking sweat for half an hour and then they call it a show. You know what I mean? Like even the kid who got kicked out in the first round got like a Razor scooter or something. Like he went home with a yo-yo. At least.
The pre-prizes were always good.
Can we talk about how fucking unwinnable Legends of the Hidden Temple was?
That
was bullshit.
Very very hard. You needed all of the tokens. You needed all of them.
And then, like, the whole thing with the temple guards, they always just so happened to be in the room you were going in. It's bullshit. They were low-key like, oh, he's about to win. We're about to be out of money. We can't send this kid Universal. Fucking send that guy to the Silver Monkey room.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that show was also annoying because it's like they could have made the whole show just like the temple.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They didn't have to do all these shitty rounds in the beginning.
No, I actually liked the format of the show.
I don't like the format.
But I didn't like the fact that, like, the show starts, right? And Rick Fogg, that's his name, right? Kirk Fogg, he comes on and he's like, we got the Red Jaguars. And he goes through all 6 teams. And then in, like, 2 minutes, 2 of those teams go home. I always thought that was the most fucked up thing. Because they're like, this is Legends of the Hidden Temple. Let's get right into it. And then 2 teams fall in the fucking smoke.
Game,
and then they're, like, done.
There's
in the second round.
about the story that is... Which
it's just fucking pay attention and answer questions.
Yeah. It's like definitely like half of that was just like school, right? It was gym class, and then it was like reading skills,
and then you fucking ride a bull, and whoever rides the best gets thrown through an obstacle.
And that was so annoying. And then like someone will fall off at the end. They're like, nah, bitch, you got to go all the way back to the beginning. It's like it's like they made it look like there was water, but there wasn't water. It was just like steam.
Exactly.
And you bust your ass.
Oh man. I used to love, like what you mentioned before, Double Dare was great. Double Dare 2000. I also thought
Finders Keepers would go on. I go to bed.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna bring it up because Finders Keepers was like no joke. Is like you meant like it's the fucking $1 million, $10,000 password of the Nick Game Show Network. It's that old. That shit is like maybe late.
But I remember
80s.
It was always on after the other.
Finders Keepers was sick as fuck.
It was always on after the other ones. And I remember I never watched it. And then I remember I stayed up late. It was like 11 o'clock. I was like, young, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna watch fucking Finders Keepers.
Dude, remember when at the end where like the winner or whatever would have to go through the house and find the object with the riddle? I'd always be mad good at solving the riddle, but then I'd be like, where the fuck would you hide a wrench in an entire room of mess? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like just shit like that seemed so weird to me.
And just even that, like that stuff would I love those kind of games, but it's kind of annoying when you can't participate in the action.
Right,
And like the entire show you have no impact over, and it's like I might as well watch Chopped, you know, where it's like I wonder if they'll use the sea urchin, you know.
Or dude, in the spirit of Double Dare, you should watch another Mark Summers culinary show.
Oh yeah.
Unwrapped, baby.
Yeah. I've seen Unwrapped.
I haven't seen Unwrapped in a really long time, actually. Yeah. Used to be
I mean, Unwrapped is just kind of like how it's made, but with personality.
Yeah, exactly. It's with Mark Summers. You know what I mean? Like the legend. I love that fucking Workaholics episode where they brought into Mark Summers in the end, where they're trying to get the fucking tickets.
Oh my god. Fucking Mark. Shout outs to Mark Summers.
Can we get him on an episode of the
show?
Oh,
we could definitely.
That's probably
It'll be
feasible.
Webcam, but we'll be like, hey, Mark.
What's up, Mark? Hey, boys.
Can he
host the trivia tournament?
All right, guys. My Cash App is $Gloopy.
And he's fucking verified. We can make this shit happen.
If we could get like $50, we could definitely get Mark Summers to come on and host this on 2 weeks' notice.
On 2 weeks' notice.
Maybe not. Yeah, barely.
He's probably got a cameo, right? Be like, listen, Mark, we'll pay you a lot more than this to host our fucking podcast.
It's a game show. What's the format? We're writing.
It's not fully complete, but we promise it will be.
Yeah.
Man, and now I'm like actually trying to remember fucking shows I used to watch on that network. Nick Gas.
I mean, I just remember those, those main few. I don't know. Can we look up gas shows?
Yeah, I just did.
All right.
Figure It Out.
Okay, can you pull it up? I want to see.
Do you remember Figure It Out though?
No, I don't remember.
That was the one where
what's Dirt?
I don't remember Dirt. I remember Figure It Out is the one where they sit in a panel and they
Dirt.
get
I remember
slime,
Salute
they
Your
lie.
Shorts. What a weird fucking show.
Yeah, I never watched it though. Finders Keepers, Guts, Global Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Nick Arcade. I used to watch a little bit. That was a cool show. That was the one where they put the kids, quote unquote, in a video game, but it's just them in front of a green screen and they have to like jump over shit.
I like how it's like Finders Keepers, Get the Picture, Guts, Keenan and Kel.
Get the Picture was another good one. You know who hosted Get the Picture?
No, I never seen Get the Picture.
Mike O'Malley.
Oh,
he hosted 2 gas shows.
I've never seen
that whole aspect of that show was kind of like, you know, the puzzles where like you see a picture and then they fill out one piece at a time. It was like puzzles like that, a bunch of shit.
Oh, I've seen that. Okay,
it was mad cool.
I've definitely seen that then.
Robot Wars. Oh, that shit was sick.
Oh my god,
it wasn't a game show, but that shit was fire.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's Wild and Crazy Kids?
Wild and Crazy Kids?
Yeah, it's to the right.
I'm afraid to click on it. Head-to-head physical challenges. No, I don't.
I thought that said large teens, like fat kids. I was like, is that the Nickelodeon Biggest Loser?
Oh, I remember this one. You're on. This one was weird.
No, it was weird. I've never seen that one.
That one was kind of like if they made Punk the game show, I guess, where they would kind of like get like a kid, and it was all kid based, so it wasn't like anything too crazy. Yeah. But I remember, like, just to give an example, one of the episodes, they try to make kids get people in public on like candid camera do like weird stunts.
That sounds so shitty.
So, and it's like
sounds like a VHS type video.
So basically what it is like they have like a kid at a mall, right? And they're like, for $100 you gotta get a random person in the mall to yell at the top of their lungs. And if you can convince somebody without obviously telling them that you're like
literally
on the show,
child and practical jokers.
Yeah, exactly. And then like for $500 it was always something crazy, like have somebody eat a roach. Like somebody's gonna fucking just come up to you and be like, yeah, I'll eat that roach to give you $500. You know what I mean? But you know, I saw like 2 episodes.
Oh, okay. That sounds sick.
Yeah.
And there's like, even then I would really have to see the graphic. I feel like the intro would help me recognize if I remember the game show or not. I don't know if that makes sense.
Pretty sure a black guy hosted it.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I don't think it is him, but I see Wayne Brady hosting it. It's definitely not Wayne Brady.
No, it's like,
but I see Wayne Brady.
It's like the Sinbad in the Magic movie.
Exactly, like where Sinbad plays the fucking genie.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, let's crack the case. Let's see who was the host of You're On. It's just like a fucking white dude. You're On.
It gave you the definition of You're On.
Of You're On, yes. That doesn't really fucking help me.
Look up images.
Oh my god.
Game show host isn't. Oh, because You're On is such a.
Yo, I'm having computer difficulties right now, man. I'm forgetting keyboard shortcuts and everything. All right, here we go. Wikipedia. All right. Let's see if it comes up. There it is. You're On. That was the show. Written by, presented by
Phil Moore. I know Phil Moore.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, I know him.
That's not. Oh yeah, because he was the guy from Nick Arcade too.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Same dude. Yeah.
I remember him.
Definitely, this guy.
Yeah.
Not Wayne Brady, but you know.
The brain's crazy,
the other
bro.
guy.
I love how the brain could just be like, yeah, no, you remember.
That was Wayne Brady, right?
You remember that wrong. Have you ever had? This never happens to me because my memory is good. But
brag about it.
Yeah, but like when people will have 2 memories collide into one memory, a lot of people have that happen where it'll be like a thing will happen in your childhood, a thing will happen at another day, and then your brain will go, that was one big day, and you'll go, yeah, it was.
That's like some X-Men shit.
Yeah, and apparently like people remember that shit, or like they remember extra things happening in a movie, and it's just like, no, bro, remember it.
That's weird. Yeah. So you're just telling me like it'll fuse 2 completely separate memories?
Yeah. And it apparently happens more with like brother-sister things, you know, or like siblings, where it's like, oh, remember when we did this? And you're like, yeah, I also did that. And it's like, no, we didn't. It's
probably why I don't. It's probably why I've never had that happen.
Bobby just starts punching the wall.
Well, my fake brother, we can get into that jam and yam time of the week for sure.
Oh yeah,
I've got my jam. I don't remember my jam. I gotta look it up.
I remember my yam.
He's doing so well. So go ahead.
Yeah, my yam is so easy, by Alden. I think I did a song.
I thought you were saying the yam was so easy, but no, it's
It's
so
the name
easy.
of the song is So Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Very good song.
What were you gonna say after that?
Oh, I had an Alden song like a few months ago, I think, but doesn't matter.
I vaguely remember that because I have to put those in the description, so that's how I remember all your yams. That's technically why I listen to them too. It's because I have to get the Spotify link and put them in the description, and that's when I'm like, I'll listen to the yam, and I click it, and I'm like, oh shit,
It's
fire ass. Yeah. My jam of the week is "Good Thing" by, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Kideko, Kideko. Go ahead and check it out. It's a really
I've
funky dance song. Love it a lot. Very soulful.
Funkmaster Flex.
I actually heard Diplo play it in a pandemic DJ set he did from like his house. It was like sick.
Those are so great, bro.
They're mad good.
They're good, but they're also just kind of like anything.
You seen the ones that Dylan Francis, sorry
Yeah.
to cut you off, that Dylan Francis does? Because he makes them so fucking stupid. He like does them on a green screen with like weird effects and shit like
incredible.
that. So they're actual DJ sets, but they make you fucking crack up.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds amazing. No, I was just thinking of like seeing things that you normally have people and have no people. And then someone going, let's give a shout out to. It's like there's no crowd noise.
It was really funny watching the Diplo Dylan Francis set too, because they were doing it together, and then Diplo just goes like, it's like a hype. It's Diplo and Dylan Francis. It's a hype ass DJ set.
Those are two really big.
Exactly, and he like lowers it and leans into the mic, and he's like, "We're gifting subs out here tonight," and then he like goes back to fucking play the music.
Like, it's just all different things. It's like, yeah, we're sending people a $20 Amazon gift card via email. It's like, it's so strange.
Get high. Oh man. Alrighty. Thanks for joining us here for episode 220 of the Joystick Show.
You know what next episode is? 21.
21.
And after this, then it's Taylor Swift. Because I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm feeling 22.
Yeah, and then it's Jordan year, then Kobe year. We got a lot of episodes coming.
Damn, a lot, right?
Right, we shouldn't even have themed them. We have like the next few weeks, at least 3, I think.
Yeah,
we have planned.
Quick rundown. We already mentioned the trivia thing that'll be happening when you're watching this in 2 weeks for the end of the year podcast. But next week you can get ready for a very holiday oriented episode of the Joystick Show.
It is the holiday time.
Definitely.
No matter what you celebrate.
We're gonna have the group here together.
Christmas,
we're gonna be doing a very fun
Hanukkah,
holiday activity together.
Kwanzaa.
Which should go together. Which it should go absolutely smoothly. There will be absolutely no problems with it.
I have some fucking. I was about to tell a fucking story, but I'm like, I'll save it for the fucking holiday episode.
Okay.
Because I have some. Believe it or not, even though I celebrate Christmas, I have some Hanukkah stories. I have some Kwanzaa stories.
Dylan, you shouldn't have fucking told me that, man. You shouldn't have fucking told me that. Oh, man. I bought you the Hanukkah sweater not even knowing that, too. You're done, bro. You're done. Yeah. I can't wait to hear these. Yeah. But, yes, you can join us next week for some holiday talk, some holiday fun, some holiday cheer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the week after that, you can join us, and you can watch me and Dylan duke it out in a battle of the wits.
You watch Bobby lose.
Loser will die on the show.
Yeah, we'll kill them on the table.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
So Bobby will die on the show.
Fuck, it's 20. What a way to end the year, am I right, buddy? Thanks for watching. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Leave us a like down below. Go ahead and comment if you have ideas for future topics.
Hit that bell, even though we upload the same days. But
and go ahead and stop watching right now and go ahead and check out the 2020 version of Weakest Link, because that's exactly what the fuck we're gonna do.
I'm so excited
now. Make sure to
watch it be terrible.
Yeah, right. So without further ado, go ahead, eat your vegetables, kiss your babies, do your homework, and you are the weakest link. Good night.